you know what? Sometimes I wonder what Emma gets up to when I'm not around. But now I've got the power to spy on her. Oh, nasty, Nick, eat your heart out. Emma dances like a geography teacher. Welcome to BBLB. It's day 7 of Ultimate Big Brother. The time now 6:04.
Last night's show was full of surprises. Julia left, yes. Nick danced
badly,
really badly, and Makosa revealed that Big Brother only exists in Africa because of her. Fact.
Just because of her, yeah?
Yes,
right,
fact.
OK. But what I want to know is who's on BBLB tonight?
Do you want to see if you can guess who our first guest is?
OK.
OK, right, you ready? I am male.
Yes.
I am a master of Feng Shui. And my clients include X-Files, Gillian Anderson.
No way.
Who am I?
No idea.
Really?
No idea.
I am Feng Shui master.
It's only Richard Ashworth, everybody's on the show. You know what, Emma?
What?
Two can play that game, my love.
On, then.
Yeah, I'm male. I was in a teen soap for 4 years. My character wore women's makeup. Who am I?
Makeup, women's makeup. John James.
John James wasn't in a soap for 4 years. No, I'm Gerard McCarthy.
Hey! Plus, we've got the results of the second round of nominations, and there is one hell of a nostalgic twist.
But before all of that, did you see Eureka's face when Nick described her as the oldest woman in the house? Not happy.
Wasn't happy.
Not
Can we
happy.
swap places? My aura's not right here. Can I go this side? My aura's much better here.
All right.
Yes, it's my aura.
Here's what happened on last night's show. You sure you're all right?
Yeah.
It's my cousin here because honestly, I'll make you wash every single piece of it.
You just put your shoes in there. You didn't put your clothes in there.
Put them all down, you of a man.
Now we've got a show.
I am losing my self-respect.
How long will Coolio stay in the house? That's the bet.
Where do you think we go from here?
Just open one of these doors, bro, and let me out.
Coolio has left the Big Brother house.
I don't want to be there anymore. It's bad aura.
That's my bed.
Nikki sleeps here.
It's gotta be Nadia.
Oh, that's my bed.
I was always hitting himself in the face with that thing as well. It's me.
Aggressive, confrontational, gangster.
Victor!
Now I am going to be aggressive and confrontational.
Chili beans.
It's not over. Not by a long shot.
Just really upset with us.
I feel bad now.
Now, I think it's fair to say that the Big Brother house doesn't have the most subtle decor, but can it affect our housemates' moods? Here to shed light on the matter is world-renowned Feng Shui man Richard Ashworth. So, in a nutshell, Richard, what is Feng Shui?
Living in harmony with your environment. If you like, doing the right thing in the right place at the right time.
Right, OK. So, this year's house is probably one of the most flamboyant and decorative that we've seen in the past 11 years. So what were your impressions of it when you first saw it?
Well, it's northeast, southwest, so it's about finishing, it's about mothers, it's about stillness, but it's very, very restless. This is intended to unsettle. This is the dark side of Feng Shui.
The dark
What,
house.
the Big Brother house is the dark side of Feng Shui?
Yes, it is.
Oh, dear me.
Right, on last night's show, Nikki and Brian were both after the same bed. Yet Nikki said she didn't want her bed because of its aura.
She was dead right.
Was she
was dead right. It's the worst bed in the room. People have to walk past that bed to get to the loo. They may leave the door open, they may leave the light on, and the energy, the chi, will be unsettled by her bed. She's absolutely right.
OK, and it's probably the smelliest.
So a bed can have a bad aura? Things can have a bad aura?
I wouldn't use the word aura, but yes.
Right.
Yeah, they can be badly positioned, they can be badly oriented, for sure. And being by a toilet can be unsettling for a variety of reasons. You're quite right.
Now, obviously, the living room is the kind of hub of most homes. It's meant to be the most relaxing place in the house. and yet we've had all kinds of conflicts in the living room this year. Yeah.
Yes, it's very unsettled. Yin and yang feng shui is about yin and yang. It's about balance. This is far too public. You can't get on. There's a horseshoe-shaped sofa, so you can't get onto it without confrontation. Chantal has to virtually pole vault out of it when she's upset by John. It's not properly backed, so it's unsafe. You're going to have these. There you go. You're going to have these alpha males being very, very expansive, but they're going to fall over. They're going to be upended.
They feel uncomfortable because of that, and more arguments.
They don't feel uncomfortable enough, but in time they just fall away. Right. Authority is upended by that, and it's also in the Tai Chi, the centre, which ought to be still.
Until yesterday, Victor and Michelle were in the bedsit. How is that room going to affect their behaviour now that they've gone into the main house?
Well, it's like a cocoon. It has this sort of flock wallpaper nod to a bedsit, but there's all this tech and these big comfortable chairs. They've been put in a position where they feel like they're judging, so they will be quite shocked by moving out of it.
So what's it going to be like for them going into a big open plan space then, having been in that little confined environment?
They will be sort of unsettled because it looks safe, but it isn't. So I expect they'll find that a bit strange.
What about the nest? What does the nest say to you?
Well, a nest ought to be safe, but this isn't, because you can't get to it without being observed. So if you go to the nest, you're saying, I'm upset, I'm in a sulk, I want to gossip.
So if you can't relax in the nest, which is where you think that they would, where can you relax the best in the house?
The only safe place in the entire complex is the lawn.
Really?
Yeah. If you see, there was a nice little interaction between John and Makotse, which was nice and open, and Makotse went out there with her cereal, and the guys tend to gravitate to the nice flat lawn. That's the safest place. It's Mother Earth, it's Southwest, it's safe. The only safe place.
Okay. Now, as we said, Victor and Michelle went into the main house yesterday. This is the moment that they reveal themselves to the other housemates.
Oh my God, two new housemates!
It's Victor!
It's Victor and Michelle Bass! Michelle Bass and Victor! It's Michelle Bass!
Hey, Victor!
Ryan, how you doing? Look at this guy!
We've been living in the bedsit.
Are you I love it!
So you proper housemates?
Yeah, we are.
So it looks like they're enjoying themselves for now.
Yeah, for the time being.
Will they continue to?
I doubt it.
Really?
I expect they'll be somewhat unsettled because the place is so unbalanced and they're expecting it to be different. Everywhere is so restless.
OK. Now, over the years, the house has changed dramatically. So let's take a look back at the very first house in 2000.
Okay.
It's so different, isn't it? I mean, it's just so basic.
Yes, it's a nice, safe, experimental, new novelty sort of a place where you can play. And Nick picks up on that.
Yeah.
He's perhaps the first person in the UK to realise that it's a game.
Yeah.
It's safe to do that.
How do you think Nick's going to get on? He was obviously in the first one. Now he's back in this new house, and they're both so different. So do you think he'll be able to adapt to it quite easily?
He suits this house very well. He's a sheep, and he's a fire sheep, which is his Chinese animal, which means he suits it perfectly.
What's a fire sheep?
Fire sheep is his Chinese animal.
Oh, right, OK.
It's to do with when he was born.
Right, OK.
So, the house
so he'll be OK?
The house is also a fire sheep.
The house is?
The house is, so it suits him. Don't worry about that for the time being.
OK, OK. Let's talk about Brian Dowling. He triumphed in the house in 2001.
Yeah.
What do you make of this space? This is the second Big Brother house.
It has this, it's a lot of wood, it's that cabin fever thing, isn't it? But it's got a conference, conservatoire, show-off sort of thing to it. He's a big show-off.
He is, and he's used to being in cabins because he was an air steward.
Oh, is that right? Yes,
yeah.
Of course. Of course. Yes.
Now, let's talk about Big Brother 5 as well. This is kind of when Big Brother turned evil because we had fight night.
Yes.
So, does the decor tell you anything?
Yes, it's what I call water, which is chaos. And in feng shui terms, it's about the second sun, the abyss, darkness, pitfalls. But the second sun particularly, the second sun is the one who has to fight his way through things. So if you emphasise the second son, you're asking for trouble.
So this house was a fighter?
Yes.
In all senses?
Yes.
And lastly, back onto this series, which housemate do you think will cope best in that house?
Well, I think Brian is probably the best bet because he's such an extrovert and such a people person.
Yeah.
He's the least likely to be disoriented by it.
Okay.
Both Ulrika and Nick, because of the Chinese animals they are, that is, fire sheep, are very suited to the building as well.
So we might see those three in the final?
I would have thought so, yeah. That's my guess.
Give it up, everybody, please, for Richard Ashworth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, still to come, Hollyoaks' Gerard McCarthy tells us how he'd stir things up in the house, and we'll be revealing the results of this week's nominations. But for now, I'm just going to sit back, going to relax, and I'm just going to enjoy the next few moments.
This is gratuitous, isn't it? Huh? She needs to do some work. Emma, get back to work. Pepper, move it on. See you in 4.